Okay, let's start with part 7, which is shape keys, also known as morph targets with our program. And this should be a generic kind of lesson for all 3D programs regarding this. All right, so let's start with the mount position right here. So let me turn off my sidebar here, but let me turn on screencast. Okay, so we will be dealing with the mesh. So I'm gonna go to object mode and select the mesh right here. So this is all what we want to see for now. Okay, and we also want to kind of give it a position where we can start the mount with kind of like a neutral one, right? The reason why the mount is open like this, it's easier to weight paint, do all those stuff. Okay, we want to make sure that when we're working on this, the subdivision for now is turned off. Okay, so that we can easily select the vertices and not get confused with all the other mesh. We could also do a editing while the subdivision is on and be looking at the minimal geometry. Okay, all right, so we have the whole body right here, but let me select the bone first and go to pose mode. I forgot to do this. Select A for everything, and then we want to do an Alt R to reset all the rotation and Alt G to reset all the movement, just so that we are in a kind of like a neutral position for that. As you can see, the mouth is a lot it's closed now. Okay, so I'm gonna press number 1 right here. Okay, to go to the front view, go back to object mode, select the mesh. All right, so while the mesh is selected, we want to do our kind of final model with this is to basically close them out at this position. Okay, so let's do some modeling here. I'm gonna go to edit mode. Okay, and we just want to close this. You can see the lower part of the teeth, that upper part, sorry, upper teeth area, and then lower. We just want to kind of close this so that all the geometry is kind of balanced. We have symmetry on. Okay, I have it on X, so whatever I do on this side, the other one follows. We want to make sure that we're in X-ray mode, so that when we select both front and back right there. However, the risk for this one is not being able to just isolate what we're seeing, but it will also take the other side. Okay, so let's just kind of grab all this upper lip right here. Okay, and if I scroll out right there, so you can see all the other parts that needs to be moving along with this, they're not going with it. So I'm just going to select all this. So the lip plus the whatever the inside right there. Okay, there's a lot of parts right here that we could probably eliminate because our model is cartoony, it's simple. I just added all this for added flexibility with the mount, but we can definitely eliminate a lot of this. They're not needed, so it's basically over modeled. Okay, let's see what we can eliminate first. There's that inside of the mouth. Probably we won't need that right there, so I'm going to go to edge mode. Okay, and this is part of tinkering your model, always making sure that it is optimized. So I alt click that line right there in edge mode selection. Okay, and I'm going to press X and then dissolve edge. Don't delete the edge, it will leave a residue of points in there. Okay, so always dissolve. All right, so we clean that. Another one that we can probably eliminate here is this part. Alt click. Okay, and X dissolve edge. All right, so we kind of simplified it. Okay, Or maybe we should have eliminated the other one. Let me click undo on that. Let me just kind of check. All right, okay, I think that's the one we need to get rid of, because this one will do right here. And I'll show you if it did any effect on the appearance of the model. So you can see it did not. It's still fairly kind of cartoony, low poly looking. All right, so we eliminated those two, and I think now it's a lot easier to manage with our shape key, and it's still kind of looking the same. Okay. All right, so I'm gonna go to front viewport here, and let's start with our shape key. So we're closing them out right now. Okay. And for this one, since this position right here, and for the cartoony look, I think they can kind of meet halfway, but let's select all the points here. Oops. And the tongue needs to be addressed also, because I just stuck it in there and didn't look like it's, I think it's too high. All right, so it's grabbing those again. We have the X enabled already. So now when we go to our move tool right here, we're just kind of closing them out at a neutral kind of position here. Probably have to involve some of those. All right, so kind of like that, and then we'll grab this, just those, and then we'll just kind of lower them. Okay. All right, now the bottom part. All right, so little Leo, it's not happy camper anymore. All right, so right here, just kind of, oh, did I miss that one? Yep. It's kind of closing the mouth position here, kind of making it neutral. All right, I'm also slightly raising the outer part right here to kind of expose the inner, and we can easily select those. All right, so let me grab those and close it some more. Eliminate those there. Okay, now let's see it with the modifier on. The mouth will always be kind of open, not unless we kind of overlap that. So let's do that real quick. Okay, I'm gonna leave the modifier on right now, and let's see. Let's turn it off so I can, if I can see my selection, X-ray. So I'm selecting the lower lip right here. All right. Okay. I mean, we just want to make sure that it's fully closed. Should have done that on the previous one when I grabbed those and then move it up or down. Just set it. It's kind of close right there. There we go. All right. All right. So, and then probably move that a little bit forward like so. All right. So it's not fully way back there. All right, so that should complete our model with the mouth. Okay. Next, we want to make sure that the eye, both eyes, again, we have the symmetry, it's kind of fully open. Okay. All right. Why was not this done at the initial kind of model? Well, you could have, but here we're trying to kind of make sure that you understand that the modeling is not done until the character is fully rigged and you got to make adjustments or add a detail and whatnot. So this is quite common what you need to do regarding modeling, and when the animation is applied, a lot of these things needs to be addressed. All right, so for the eyes right here, we need to open them up. Okay, and this one is a lot easier. We can again, I'm going to select all this right here, the outside, and it's kind of lower that a little bit to kind of expose a lot. It's a lot easier for us to kind of select later. We're exposing the back right there. I'll do the same thing here. Let's kind of raise this up a bit just so that we can easily kind of go like that and we can select the front and back. And it did the same thing for that one. Okay, so we're going to open this up and then we're going to kind of close it. Let's select all the points right here, okay, for the eye. And then we're going to go side. All right, and we're just going to kind of fix this by rotating it. So we're going to rotate it like so, and then just kind of drop it right here. Rotate it some more, and we just kind of drop it like so. All right, and I mean, I should stop. It's kind of fixing that and making sure it's aligning. Okay, we're going to do the same thing here. And gotta be careful when you select it. You don't select any other vertices that you don't want to select. All right, just kind of double checking here. I missed one right there. Actually, I missed those two. All right, and then we'll go back to side viewport. Kind of rotate this. Oh, there's some more that I missed right there. Side viewport. It's kind of rotating it. Okay. All right, we just want kind of Leo to be fully awake. There we go. All right, so our model is ready for the shape key now. So we're gonna save that. This is part 7. So part 7, instead of driver, this is now shape keys. All right, just to kind of check that that did nothing to what was influenced with our bones right here, right? So let's select this one, okay? So it doesn't go through any of those parts. Maybe a little bit right there, but that's the inside of the eye, and we haven't put the gelatinous part right there. Let's go with the head rotation right here, mouth position here. Let's take a look. RX. All right, definitely. Okay. All right. Okay, so now we can go back here, object mode, and we can start our shape key. Okay, let me turn this off for now. All right, so to do the shape key, we need to go to our vertex group right here. Okay, you see shape keys. So the first thing you need to do is, let me explain it real quick. This is basically movement of vertex, and they just morph or slide to it. Okay, so we want to close the eyelid by dragging those points down. Okay, and then what it does is that that point will just move to that new position. So it's basically just sliding. So it's not a perfect solution for everything regarding facial animation, not at all, but it's a good starter one. And we can add drivers to this so that we can animate it while in post mode. So the first thing is click the plus sign and you get a basis, meaning this is the original mesh. Okay, you need to do this, by the way, all in object mode. Okay, until we have to do the edit, of course. All right, so there's that. We have our basis. This is the original. We can even name this one basis original, just so that if you want a copy of the original, you can right click it and then you can copy, okay, the data pad right there. But for now, that's the original. Okay, so now we want to make one for the eyes right here. So we're going to click plus. Okay, and we're going to go, there's a value here which is 0. Okay, it's so key 1 right here, it's still the same as the original. We just made another copy, but it's key 1. So this is the whole point right here. So I'm going to hit tab. Okay, we go to edit mode while the eye, those points are still selected like so. Okay, we're going to press number 3 right here. While we're in key and in edit mode, we're going to try to close this eyelid. So I'm going to go like so and kind of drop it like so. All right, right there. Okay, maybe move that back a little bit. Okay. All right, so we can have independent upper eyelid close and bottom if we want. Yeah, let's kind of do that. So, all right, so let's say that's done. Okay, and we're gonna hit tab, go back to the original object mode, and then we can call this one upper lid. Okay, so when we are in object mode and I drag this value, there's how we close the upper eyelid. Okay, so now we're gonna slide that to 1 so we can see the position of it. Okay, but let's go back here first. So, all right, using the base original right there, we're gonna click plus again right here. Okay, so now we have another one that we can work with. Okay, so upper lid. Okay, we need to slide that to 1 so that we could see what changes is going to be done with this one right here, which is the lower lid. Okay, so let's go lower lid. All right, do the same thing, hit tab, and then we'll select the lower lid part because we got to bring those up a bit. Okay, so we have about 3 that we select to move. All right, so we can go like so. Okay, so can't tell the difference, but here you can kind of see. I'm going to position my mouse cursor right there. Okay, and then that's where I need to kind of rotate it some more. All right, hit tab. All right, that might work. Okay, I'm going to go to object mode here. Okay, and then we're gonna go. Okay, so we got some work to do regarding closing that eye, but it's very close right there. All right, the reason for that is sometimes you want to separate those two is you want to do kind of like the twitchy kind of eye movement. Okay, so let's go to this one right here, and I think we just need to raise this right here. Or maybe lower this one. I think it's the upper lid that we need to fix. Okay. Let me go here instead. Yeah, that's definitely. Oh, I want to make sure that I get all this. 1, 2. There we go. Gotta lower that to kind of close the corner right there. Okay, now this one. Okay, this one probably went a little over. So I'm gonna go to the lower lid. Probably drop this by a bit. And I'm hitting tab to kind of preview it. Okay, right there, those two. All right, let's turn on our subdivision. Okay, so you can see right there is the gap still. All right, that's definitely on. We're gonna leave it on right now. Gonna go to the upper lid and just kind of drop this just by a hair. Okay. All right, right there. And probably need to move them back. And then that one. All right, and since we're mirroring, okay, that should be good. So I'm gonna save this. And now we have both up and in object mode, upper and lower lid. Okay. All right, so we got a close. Okay, and you can do other, stuff with this one, but we put that on the lower lid. So if you want him to look like really tired up to there, and the lower lid, you have an option too, so that it's got allergies or whatnot, you have that kind of sleepy look. All right, so that one's done, and we're gonna kind of move this back like so. Okay, with the base original right there, we can work on the mouth right now. So I'm gonna get plus right here. Okay, we're gonna go to the front. Armature, let's hide that for now so it doesn't get in the way. All right, so let's say we want to pucker the mouth, like kind of close it in the center, kind of like so. Okay, so let's turn off the subdivision surface for now so we can easily see it. All right, so we can select a bunch of these points. Let's see, anything here. If I grab like so, okay, I want to make sure I'm not selecting anything in the back. So there's one point right there when I do that gets selected. So let's try not to do that. Okay, always kind of check your surroundings when you do this. Okay, so what we can do with that selection is now we can kind of select here. Let's see if this will work. This is a lazy way. Okay, I'm gonna try to scale it. Okay, so when you do that, it kind of move all them out, kind of. Okay, so it can be done. So I'm gonna click undo. Okay. All right, so we just have our selection like there. So we go back here. We have our new kind of key right here selected. So when I press scale, okay, maybe involve some of this. Okay, and let's see, did I move the amount too much outside? Let me click undo. Not really, so let me click redo. Now I'm going to not include the outer part of the mouth. Okay, then we can scale that some more. Okay, then we're gonna select, let's say, that part of the mouth. Let's see, we got everything there. Let's put on X-ray. All right, and rotate it so that we don't select anything in the back. Okay, we don't. And we're gonna bring that in some more. Okay, let's involve those. Check the back. Okay, there's nothing selected. Let's bring those in a little bit. Oh, we missed something. Okay. All right. Yeah, we probably have to bring those. Oh, all right. So there's a lot. Let me click undo. So when we move this, it's way inside to begin with. So let's move that out a little bit like so. Okay. Then we can include this. All right. Let's see. Oh, we missed some. Let's turn on X-ray. All So we bring those in, then we pull it out. All right, so it has this like kind of kind of like a kiss kind of mouth position. All right, let's kind of call it that. All right, so let's take a look at our shape key. Let me turn on our bone system right here. And that's why we need to add drivers for this eventually after we've done our kind of initial animation test, because you don't have access to them when you're in post mode. All right, so this is the dilemma. So let's go to our item right here. So we do want freedom for this one, right? So okay, so let's lock those. Let's just leave X here so that when we rotate, that's all it's rotating for now. But if you do want to animate this some other position where you want to kind of rotate the jaw a little bit, then we have that option. All right, then the upper one, well, maybe we can leave this one. We want to be able to scale a lot of this stuff. So all right, so on this one, we're not moving it along the Y, right? We might scale this one, so we're just gonna leave this as is. So, but let's eliminate some of this rotation for now, so that when we just press R, it just does that. All right, so there's that. Okay, and if we go kind of like so, and then when we go to object mode, so that's why this is the, without a driver, you have to keep switching back and forth, which is kind of, all right, so we can have that right there. And then when we go to our post mode, which is kind of annoying because we have to, you know, when you're animating, as you can see right there. All right, so our, oh, sorry, post mode. Okay, you can have it close or open, so on and so forth. All right, so we have that option. So we're gonna do Alt R, Alt G right now on everything. Okay, switch back to this, go back to object mode. All right. Okay, so now we can have a slight opening of the mouth, so that you know, you can kind of show your teeth, like you can grit your teeth and then open your lip. Okay, so that's, we have our case. So we go back to the base original right there, bases. So we click plus. Okay, and we want to make sure that we have no value on any of this. Okay, right here, so the upper lip. So we're going to try and select those. It's going to be a little tricky, but we can just select the points right here. Okay, and then just move those up first, so that reveals the bottom, hopefully. It's a little tricky, but we can move this first and then move the bottom after. Okay, so select what you can. So you're gonna move that up like so, and of course some of this will move up as well. Let me oops, sorry, let me get rid of forgot to select those. So we're moving the upper lip for this one. Okay, and then after that we got to include those points right here. All right, so that line, we're just going to follow that line right there. So there's the other one. Okay, and then there's the other one. If I go here, I think we miss the center. Okay. Oh, undo. We didn't miss the center. There we go. All right, so we're gonna go here and raise that up for the upper lip. Okay, I'm gonna turn deselect that. Okay, so there's the upper lip, and how much do we raise it? Well, let's raise it a lot. We don't want to include that corner of the mouth right there. Include some of this too, because when you do that, a lot of things get affected. The flare of the nose also a bit. Okay, so there we go. And then just this right here. Okay, like in your, and this one maybe. Okay, so we can call this one upper lip. Okay, so it does that right there. Okay, let's get basis again. Plus, this is the lower lip. Okay, and let's go here, kind of give it a value for now, and so we can kind of see how much we raise that. Okay, and while we're here, we can do our selection. It's a lot easier. Okay, because when we switch to this one here, it'll drop it, but we still have our selection, so we can kind of lower that like so. Okay, and let's start involving what gets moved right here. Okay, and maybe just this now. We just want to move the lip, not the mouth. So we can expose the lower part right there. Okay, maybe raise this up a bit. Okay, so let's take a look. So we just have those kind of options. I mean, you can do a lot of that with just opening this one, but let's say when we move this one or rotate it, okay, and we go to our object mode here. Okay, so we still have some options. Okay, so you can close the mouth like so. You can put the teeth together like so. Probably have to move those teeth forward a little bit. They're way too back. Okay. All right. Okay, so we have that option where we can kind of open the mouth, the lip at least. Okay, aside from the opening the jaw. All right, so just kind of option. Don't know if you're going to use them, but we're just kind of putting all the possibilities. So now the eye. So let me save this. Minimal stuff. We have the upper lid, lower lid, the kiss or the pucker. All right, and now we're just going to do the eyebrows. Okay, so let's make sure. Just want to make sure all this are set to 0. We need another base original. Okay, so let's go to the front. Base original. Okay, this is the eyebrow. So we can raise. Let's call it eyebrow. Up. Okay, so we go here. Oh, those are separate. Okay, I haven't added them, so never mind. Let me put a minus on this one. Okay, let's just select the eyebrows right here. So shape keys for this one. Base original. All right. Again, we can add this to the we could have added this to the model, like the hair right there. But it was a lesson to how to add a an object to a bone. So, but anyway, when you're animating the eyelid or expressions later, then you can just switch and then add those. Okay, I mean animate after a little bit of counter animation, but the setup is like this for now. Okay, so I'm gonna click plus here. I'm gonna call this one, since this is all eyebrows, so we can just call this one up eyebrow. Okay, so we'll just go to edit mode. Okay, select all. Okay, and we can just go like so, like really high. Okay, so we can. Okay, all right, then we go to bases again, click plus. We can do angry. Okay, so with that one, we're probably going to let me see here. Hopefully I didn't I was able to select everything from the previous one, probably. Okay, on this one we went with you know, like let's say this is angry, so select that. We're probably gonna okay, put on X-ray. Okay, maybe that's too much. And it's fine if they're not perfectly kind of aligned. I mean, you can align this if you want to. You can give it a center pivot just so that we have those kind of option right there. So let's see. Okay, so they intersected inside. Okay, so let's fix that. So we have our let's grab up to there. So we can curve. So they really went in. So let me let's grab everything here and just kind of, yeah, let's just do our, oh, it's too late now because we moved them without it. Okay, yeah, let's I'm just going to select edge, alt click. We can go I don't want to mess with the front right here, and probably need to pull that back a little bit. Okay, we'll do the same thing here, alt click. Let's turn on X-ray so we can see. There we go. All right. So we have the angry one. So in here you can do your kind of, yeah, we probably need to add the mouth positions where we have a smile and whatnot. So let's go back to that one. So we have the angry, and you can, you can do the sad. Okay, so we'll add another one. Yeah, let's just kind of try this one. Okay. All right, so we put on X-ray. X-ray. Okay, right there. Okay, that works. All right, and then for this one, Let's see here, anything that's turned on here. Okay, let's go to our original. We'll add one. Let's go here. Let's put some X-ray. Kind of confusing with all the... So we just need the corner of the mouth. So I'm trying to grab an angle here where there are no points. That's hard. So I mean, it's hard to show how to do it. So we'll do some upper and lower lip here. So once we add value here, then we can. Okay. So just while we are selecting, because we just want those. Okay, so we have those selected. So we can go here and kind of lower those values. Oh, undo. Don't do that. Don't do what I just did. I slid this while I'm in edit mode, so that's a new edit. Okay, so you go here and lower this all, so there's no... Okay, but once we go here on the new one, and let's see. All right, so we can have that smile right there. Let's see how much. Okay, and that should affect some of these also. Maybe not that one. All right, a little bit of cheekbone. Okay, smile. And of course, combination of all that. Okay, so all right, let's add the other one while we have all those selected. Okay, oh, undo. Basis. Actually, let's just so that we could select again what we need to select, because it's those inside that are hard to select. So once we have all those, and then we can go to object mode. Okay, go to the new one, and you hit tab right here, edit mode. We got all this selected. Okay, we're gonna go with the opposite here, but it's pivoting a lot, so remember that's kind of like the position right there, and we can just go like so. All right, there we go. So that we have like a little frown. Okay, smile, and we can go here, frown or sad, or it's gonna put sad right there. All right, so that should complete the shape key. You can have nose wiggle if you want, so you can control the nose, the ears also, so on and so forth. But for now, that should do it. Okay, so when you do this, just don't make sure that you have you saved part 6 multiple and part 7 multiple times, because you might make a mistake here where you accidentally grab a point in the back and then it start moving and whatnot, and you want to revert it back. So make sure you do that. Okay, so this character is it's basically done. We can do our animation now. And when we start the animation lesson, it'll be a different part. We're gonna start just doing maintenance on the rig, make sure that everything is parented. I think the elbow controllers are too close, I think, and then they're not parented yet, so we'll do some maintenance on that one. But for now, part 7 is done. And save it first. Okay, save a different one, so on and so forth.